This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Good evening and welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're live here with the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here at Brew Coffee House in Altus, Oklahoma, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Doing things a little bit different here tonight. A little round table discussion, I guess you can say. Man, it's been a wild, crazy day, and so I'm glad that, Coach, we're just able to sit down and talk some X's and O and some football. Man, since 2018, ladies and gentlemen, before I get started into just the excitement that we had last Friday, Coach Tovar here, and, of course, everybody knows who this man here to my right is, Coach Jeremy Reed, head coach for the Altus Bulldogs. Coach, you are full of a lot of stats, and I know last week you had told us, I had asked you, when's the last time we started 2-0? 2018. Also, last time that we beat Elk City, 2019, I believe. And so, those were two things that me personally, after talking with you, we talked about it in the pregame show a little bit, and I know that you probably not necessarily talked those specific stats to your team, but that was something that maybe, as coaches, we want to sit and be like, hey, man, listen, we need to get over that hump and reach that, 2-0, starting the season 2-0, second, and then first and then second, getting a win over a team that's had our number since 2019. Well, check and check. Both of those happened, and, Coach, let me tell you, wow. I knew it was going to be a physical game, but one thing that you said last week was we got to match their intensity. We got to match their physicality. And, Coach, I'm going to say, after watching that game, we're the ones that initiated the physicality from the very first snap. And, oh, my goodness, talk about that, Coach. Like, what did it seem like? What did it feel like? You're on the field. We saw it on, as we're streaming. They came out physical, ready to go. The Altus Bulldogs played a great ball game Friday night.
Yeah, I think we've played some good football here the last couple of years. Specifically last year, there were several games that I think we played really well. But I think Friday night, that first half was as good a football as I can remember in my time here. Yeah. Dating back to the first time, and so I wasn't. I don't want to say surprised and shocked by what the outcome was, but I will say our guys brought a different level than maybe what I expected in the form of physicality and just execution. Yeah. The execution on our defensive game plan and offensive was just, you're never perfect because that's kind of impossible, but my goodness, it was at a high level for all positions. Yeah. And so super proud of our kids. It was a ton of fun just watching them fly around. And you're right, the defense absolutely brought the phicality that it takes to play at a high level. And so super proud of that, and hope we can continue that.
Yeah, most definitely, Coach. First two games of the season, 79 points put up by the offense, and playing lights out. There was one series, Coach, that I couldn't write down fast enough because you guys scored in two plays, less than 30 seconds. It was just like, what? Wow! Like, I mean, everything just seemed to be clicking, Coach. Offensively, defensively, again, the defense just showing that that mentality of bend but don't break. And I mean, you talk about physical. I mean, they were bringing the physicality. They were very physical. Just an overall really great game, Coach. I mean, from the special team side. I mean, penalty wise, I mean, we were light there as well. And just, I mean, everything seemed to just work flawlessly. And like you said, we always practice, and you always have a mindset of what you want to happen in a game, and 9 out of 10 times it really doesn't go the way that you want. But I feel that this one may have kind of met the script on what you guys were wanting to do all week and what you prepared for.
Yeah, I thought it was really important we have a fast start, not just offensively but defensively, because Elk City's really given us some issues the last couple years with whatever offense they were doing in that particular year, and most of it came from just they were super physical in their approach up front and then their backs, and they just have good kids in Elk City right now, and so I knew it was important for our defense to start well, and offensively, it went kind of the script that we had planned out. There were some adjustments there amongst the offensive staff that I thought were big in the moments that we made those adjustments, and a lot of fun to see them kind of happen as we were talking through some things. And again, I just think it comes back to our kids. Our kids' preparation that had led up to that, not just last week, but all the weeks prior, I think has shined really, really bright in the fact of, I really hope we're not playing our best football, and I don't think we are, but they're executing at a level in the first 2 weeks that is not necessarily normal when you're trying to go at tempo. You're trying to, throw the football. You're doing screens, which take great timing. You've still got a great back that you're trying to get involved in the run game. And so I just think you can't brag on the kids enough for their preparation. That's what has shined to me on the offensive side. And then defensively, we are just absolutely playing it at a high level effort-wise. I mean, there's no question in my mind that that group of kids cannot play any harder. They're giving everything they got. And so, man, when you're doing that, you always got a chance. You know, even if you make some mistakes, you got a chance because that effort will make up for it. And so it's been a ton of fun to be on the sideline watching them the last 2 weeks and seeing them reap some benefits of what their preparation's been. Yeah,
and so, I mean, on defense, you guys had 2 takeaways, 2 interceptions there. Second one for Glazer, and then you guys were even working on the tip drill. So I got the
which
tip
it was
drill.
Great to see Zayden's because we work things like that all the time in the defense we run, and man, what a great opportunity to use that as teach tape because it looks just like some drills that we do that we see all the time. His eyes were right. His ability to come downhill was right, and so ton of fun when you see plays like that, and then see a kid like Cisco be there and get that tip ball. Man, been a bell cow for Altus defense for the last few years.
Yes, he has.
And so to see a kid like that, get an opportunity to make a play is a ton of fun. So, man, I can't brag on our kids enough of what it's taken to get to this point, and hopefully we can keep the ball rolling, if you will.
Yeah, no, most definitely. And I mean, dealing with some injuries here and there, and folks having to step in, and I mean, their name be called, and so it's just, man, we talked about it in the pregame, Coach. Hey, listen, for if you're that person and your number's being called, all right, hey, listen, you got to step up. We got some injuries going on and stuff like that, so we need you. All you have to do is just do what you've been coached to do. Don't try to come in and do too much. And I mean, you can tell how much these guys are locked in, and I'm talking player-wise, how much these guys are locked into what you guys are coaching them and teaching them up, from not just, the week of, but from the time that you guys have put in weeks and weeks and weeks of it, Coach, because, I mean, it's like plug and play right now. And and it's a great sight to see. Like, I mean, I was very impressed with the guys that had to step up, both on the defensive side and offensively, that came in and, did a great job. You know, they were where they needed to be. You know, and I mean, you talk to us as coaches all the time that listen, when you do these things in practice, it'll come through come game time, and that was like you said, that you got a ton of teaching tape due to that right there.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of where we've landed this week in a little different way, but. There's things that come with winning and there's things that come with losing.
Yeah.
And if you don't coach, you don't maybe understand what I'm talking about. But there's different sets of problems.
Yeah.
And not that it's been a big problem this week, but it's been a little different this week in the fact of we're 2-0 and maybe we're not as sharp mentally. By no means have we been awful at practice, but we hadn't been as sharp this week. And so this week has had to be a reminder of what led us to this opportunity. The opportunity that we had the last 2 weeks was because of the mental preparation side of, like you said, maybe having to plug and play a different player. And so, you know, we're now this week having to learn what it takes to continue winning. And showing up to practice is not enough. Showing up to practice and being intentional about what you're doing is absolutely crucial to continue the winning streak and not just the winning streak, but really it's about getting better.
Yeah, the improvement.
The thing that was most encouraging to me is we went from Ardmore, which I thought we played decent. I would have gave us probably a B- overall, to I think last week in that first half we were definitely in the A category. And just seeing that improvement. And so, you know, again, you can't be perfect, but the goal would be to go to cash and just be a little better than we were last week as we jump into a bye week in district play. And so that was my talk at the end of practice today, of a challenge to our kids of understanding it's the mental preparation that got us to this point. Stay hungry in that and don't lose the sight of what it was 2 to 3 weeks ago prior to Ardmore. You got to keep it going. And that's the hardest thing, especially as a player in high school. You can get really caught up in just the moment of what it is. And it's my job as the head coach to lead the vision of, hey, it's not about now. We're looking to weeks down the road, but today's preparation impacts those weeks as we get into district play. And so I look at that talk today as a great opportunity to learn, grow, move forward. Again, there's different problems when you're winning and when you're losing, and I'll take these problems over the losing problems any day of the week. So I'm not complaining.
And you know, it's crazy because you've seen both sides of it, and so you know, I mean, being where we're at right now, you know, it's good to go into a week having just a few little things to have to like really press in on and preach, rather than having a long list of it, a laundry list of it. But you know, Coach, you know, we talked about the defensive side. You know, 2 takeaways and just gang tackling all over the place. You know, never just one person by themselves. Like everybody, you know, flying to the ball. We'd love to see that. But offensively, oh my goodness, our player of the game was Jamin. 4 total touchdowns, I believe he had, 2 running, 2 passing, and just a ton of yardage. So much I couldn't even keep up because you guys move so quick now. Like I'm gonna need a statistician. Is what I'm gonna need. Like, because I mean, usually I can keep it and I can do the math in my head, but when you guys are flying and I'm like having to flip everything, and so, but I mean, really impressed. Really impressed Friday night to see how he just distributed the ball to not just 1, 2, 3, but there were multiple Bulldogs on the offensive side that had a huge impact from the run game to Jamin, you know. And I mean, of course, you know, he's such a gamer. He was gaming so much that I don't even think he realized he hurdled the kid. But I thought he just kind of stepped over him. He's so tall and lanky, you know. Well, he's not lanky. He's pretty big, but he's 6 foot and 9, like he's almost 7 foot tall. But the way it looked so fluid, and I didn't even realize he had hurdled, and then we saw the flag.
Oh, that was his question. Well, what am I supposed to do if they're diving at my legs? And I said, well, that's a good point.
It's
a penalty in high school football.
You can't.
I do think it's silly. But
it is
a penalty.
Yeah, but I mean, just offensively, Coach. Like, I mean, you know, we talk about that plug and play again. You know, from with dealing with injuries. You know, on the offensive line. You know, these guys stepping up and just doing a great job. Yeah. And I mean, you guys moved the ball flawlessly. I mean, it was. I don't think we had a negative play all night.
Yeah, we were our own worst enemy on some holding calls. You know, and they were justifiable.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to clean that up. Was real proud of our offensive line just because of, now there's 5 guys out there that had never played offensive line on varsity night, and so I thought they did a great job. Elk City presented some things that they had not seen, and they did a great job of adjusting during the game to those things with some line twist and stunt stuff. And then, the goal of our offense is not necessarily any one person or 2 people. It's how many ways can we distribute the football. And, our goal is always to see how many touches we can spread amongst all of those skill kids. And so, we still got a couple things we're trying to work on to even do that a little more. But to this point, I think we've done a decent job of spreading it around and trying to get the ball, from the outside to the inside and all the different places and in the backfield. But anyway, it's been fun to watch our offense just because it is so different than what you're used to watching, and I do think it fits our kids really well.
It does.
Jamin's done a good job of just playing within himself and making decisions to get the ball where it needs to go. And it's not the days of throw it here, throw it there. It's here's the play, here's your assignment. Now get the ball where it needs to be.
Exactly.
And that's called playing quarterback.
It is.
And that's what he's doing. And so, he's a young guy that will, I'm sure, have some valleys here at some point. But to this point, he's done a great job of just getting the ball to those dynamic skill kids that we have and letting them go to work in space.
Yeah, and one thing that I really enjoy when when I'm calling a game and watching him play is that there's really not every now and then there may be, like a forced throw here and there, but I mean, pretty much, like you said, he's playing quarterback, he's making the read, he's going to the open option, and not trying to do everything on his own, not trying to carry the offense on his arm or his legs, and just allow, like you said, spreading the ball around. I was, as I was watching Monday Night Football with Caleb Williams, an electric player, loved him at Oklahoma, didn't like him when he went to USC, but still a generational talent type of dude. But, with the new coach that came in, he was an OC at Detroit, came in, you could see that he really got with Caleb Williams and got him just to settle down. Like, listen, you don't have to carry a team. Like, go to what the defense allows you and gives you. And that's where I see Jamin just so, like, prepped and he's prepared. And you, of all people, I mean, we know that he X's and O's, he breathes it, he eats it, he sleeps it. Like, the kid loves football. And, I love the fact that he's not trying too much. He's trusting in his teammates. And as a freshman, to have that mindset, that's mind-blowing, Coach.
Yeah, it's just, I'm 2 different people. I'm coach and I'm dad,
I know. I understand that.
From a coach perspective, it's been, like I said, fun just to watch the offense work. Not work in terms of yards and points, but work in terms of where the ball gets distributed to the kids that we have. And so it's been a lot of fun. We still have a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of things that we can get better at that we're trying, each and every week to sharpen just a little bit better. There were some things we were working on last week coming out of the Ardmore game that was simply tempo. That has nothing to do with the play of how to get lined up more efficiently, how to have our eyes in the right spot. And we improved on that dramatically. The naked eye in the stands, obviously, you'd never know what in the world we're trying to work on. But, we're trying to sharpen our skills because, obviously, we're going to play some really good football teams in our district, and we got to continue to get better to move the football and continue gaining first downs and putting some points on the board.
Yeah, and Coach, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk about, the matchup versus Cash. But I know that you're not one, to always look ahead. But, I'll be that guy. I don't like to look ahead either. But, with the way that we're playing, it's been, going 2-0, you get excited. You see what the product on the field that's being, that's being put up. And, I think with the improvement that we see week in, week out, and, hopefully that what we'll see versus Cash as well, improving on the things that, learning from week 1 and week 2, getting that bye week going into district play it's going to feel really good, and, and it's this isn't a light district. We opened up with the tough team that, we've played very close, very, very well the past few years, but they've had our number. But opening up district play at home is going to be fun. But and I hate to look ahead, but I mean, when you look down and you see what we've done week 1, week 2, and what we're going to see Friday night, man, like it gets exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I know that you don't do that, but us in the media, we do. So, that's just things that we talk about because, we want to be at a spot as a team, defensively, offensively, that just continues to keep climbing and rising. And you guys have shown us that in 2 weeks. And so, that gives us material to talk about and see. But, I'm not by no means, I'm not trying to get you to answer and start talking about district play, but I'm just telling you how we see it and how excited we are as we call games. Friday night weather was great. I had a camera guy that I actually, Coach, here's how much I love my interns. Okay, we were in a tight spot there, in the press box, but Cole, one of my interns, was up, filming up there where the coaches are, and he didn't have any pants on. He had shorts, and we gave him a jacket. And he was just, by the time fourth quarter, he was shaking. And he had come down and said, "Hey, man, is there any way that we can swap?" And I was like, "You know what? Yeah, come fourth quarter, I'll swap with you. You come down, you call with Coach Clothier, and it's part of his internship." And so, but I will tell you, I was up there for a quarter, and I was like, I don't know how he did this for 3, because oh my gosh, it was pretty cold, but it was great football weather, Coach.
It's crazy to be in September and out there in a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
It was wild, the weather the last 2 weeks, but we're going to get back to reality this Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit warm, and then on the turf, so it'll always adds a few extra degrees. But based on this past game, you guys did a great, Coach, and we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. Where I don't even know what they call this. What is the Battle of the Bulldogs? Or
let's see, Southwest Battle of the Bull. Yeah,
I think it's something Southwest Battle of the Bulldogs, and I guess you guys got to travel with the caller, and
Coach Davis has that. That's his responsibility now. I have nothing to do with that now.
Do you? And so I guess there is and this is, I'm joking, but I call it an SDM collar because that's what it's a studded out collar. Like it's I don't know what else is on it, but
I think they've upgraded to also having a trophy that it's sitting on this year.
Okay,
I haven't seen it, but that's what I've heard.
That's better because I know last year was I know you could tell in the pictures you felt kind of awkward, picking it up and everybody yelling, "Put it on!" I'm just kidding. But
there might be a picture somewhere of that I don't know.
No, I think you removed all pictures. I tried to go back and look, Coach, and I couldn't find it. But that's what's on the line. Southwest Battle of the Bulldogs this Friday night. But we're going to take a quick break. Again, you're watching the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed live here from Brew Coffee House in Altus, Oklahoma, live on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Brandon Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. You're watching the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed live here at Brew Coffee House in Altus, Oklahoma, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Hey, come on down. Coach Reed and I are enjoying a raspberry lemonade refresher, and man,
highly recommend it.
Highly recommended. Yes, their strawberry lemonade one is delicious as well. The dragon fruit one as well. All the refreshers are legit. I'm having that and just needed a really cold glass of water, and they got some really delicious filtered water that hospital water tastes really good. So, but Coach, Friday night we're on the road, traveling right down 62 there east to Cache, Oklahoma for the Southwest Oklahoma Battle of the Bulldogs at Cache Stadium there. And, well, let's see here. Another team that has kind of had our number. I want to say, when's the last time? You're full of stats. When's the last time? I'm going to see if I'm even close. When's the last time that we've had a win over Cache?
Well, last year.
Wait, I mean, yeah, but before that.
Never.
Never. That's what I was thinking, yeah, because we started playing them in.
Yeah, it's not long ago.
Yeah,
it's not like
2018, I think 2019.
Yeah, it was after I left.
Yeah,
so we haven't been playing a long time, but last year was the first victory over.
Yeah, and it was good to get that at home, and that was a heck of a game, back and forth. And,
very much so.
And so, so let me ask you this, Coach. Have you used last year's game or any sort of last year's scenarios to coach up the boys into saying, hey, listen, we had this at this point in time, but due to mental, taking a break or taking a play off, this is what happened. Like, are you just wiping that clean and you're just keeping on with? Because that was a wild game last year.
It was
Coach.
wild.
That was a breakout game for a couple of our
Remember,
guys,
we
too.
didn't run an offensive play in the third quarter.
Yes.
Because they went on a long drive, they scored, they onside got it, another long drive. Yeah, it was a crazy third quarter. After halftime, we got the ball with 11:54 in the fourth quarter remaining. Yeah.
But
why do I remember that? But no, I've not talked about last year. I don't think. No, I haven't. Not to our kids. There's some things we talked about as a staff. From last year's game, of course. But no. Nothing to the kids.
Yeah, I just know that one of those things that I mean, for us, what stood out. Well, obviously that third quarter. Yeah, I remember you brought that up. I wasn't going to bring that up. That third quarter was a tough one, but also a breakout game for DJ Wilson. Like I mean, I think that's where it pretty much started for him, to where he was just he turned into this just really great, dependable running back that just could either run the ball. I mean we'd seen flashes of it, but it was consistency after that. And even now, like you said, you have a threat there at running back, and then you have such amazing slots and receivers that are electric when they touch the ball. And even if those guys aren't on the field, their replacements that are coming up, like the next man up, the twos are just as good. And so man, super excited, Coach, to travel down there and hopefully get a back-to-back win over Cache. And what are your thoughts going into Friday night, taking on the little brothers from 4A down there? They're not little.
Remember, I didn't say that. Yeah, they're not little.
I'm just kidding.
To me, Cache is much improved.
Yes.
From what they were a year ago. When you flip on film, you can see that they were playing extremely physical against Duncan. Their defense is flying around at a high level. It was a really tight game. They were up 21-7 on Duncan. Then it was 21-14 before half, and then the second half, Duncan ends up coming back, beating them 26-23. But I just see a huge difference when I watch film from them last year on just their physicality. They've got a lot of speed all over the field, and so I think there's always different pieces of opponents that you're like, well, they're really good here and they're really good there, and I could definitely tell you about how Ardmore had their pieces that were really good, and we may not see a piece like that for a few weeks. And then Elk City, they were really good in this part. To me, and people probably gonna say it's coach speak, I think Cache is the best overall football team we've played to this point.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you there, because we scrimmaged them a couple weeks ago, and I mean, even their junior high is like well coached, and you can see that a lot of things are slightly different. And I mean, for me, Coach, is the size that that a school like Cache can pull up and bring, and they've always been big. But just again, we're gonna going into Elk City, we knew that Elk City is a very physical team, and I think that we're facing that same physicality, if not even more, or better, like you said, with Cache.
Yeah, I think offensively, their identities, they want to run the football, and they're going to throw the ball here and there, but they're going to run the football, and it's going to be very downhill with a lot of power, a lot of counter, some zone mixed in, and I'm sure a lot of jet sweep based off of what they did to us last year. And so their identity is that, and they're going to try to pick up first downs I don't know if their identity or if their thought process is chew the clock, but they use the clock and just try to be really efficient. And I thought they had a lot of moments against Duncan that they were probably achieving their game plan to a T.
Yeah.
And, just like any other first game. Last week was their first game. Then they had some moments of lulls in offense, but I was very impressed. And then defensively, I just think they're tremendously better. And the reason they're better is a lot of the same players are out there that was there last year, but they are just running around with phenomenal effort.
Yeah.
And, when you do that on defense, you can give anybody problems, whether you're facing a three-back offense or whether you're facing a no-back offense. The effort takes precedent over most things when you're playing defense. And so very impressed. I think it's going to be a great challenge for us because where are we mentally? Are we still just enjoying being 2-0 and here we go and we're going down the road to cash, or are we still hungry to go play even a better game? And ultimately, I won't be able to tell you that until sometime during the game Friday night. But as far as cash, I think they have a chance to have a really good season.
Yeah.
And was really impressed by the performance they did against Duncan.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the great thing about having a bunch of football players in my classes is that once the work's done, we're always talking football, talking shop, and watching film, and I mean, one thing that I did point out as I'm talking to Chris Lewis and Gruball and just a bunch of different guys that were sitting there watching, like, man, they're moving the ball pretty good, here on Duncan, and then obviously things changed, like you said. Their first game, you're going to have some ups, you're going to have some downs, you're going to have some things, some hiccups and things like that. The thing that we do have is that, we do have an extra game, under our belt. But still, Coach, I mean, it's going to be tough. And it's always tough playing on the road.
Yeah. And, they got a good recipe. They have some big linemen that get in the way and move people, and then they rotate multiple backs.
Yeah.
And, what's interesting about that is they have three backs that I think are all over 180, 190, 195. I think one of them may even be listed at 200. They're big guys that run really, really hard downhill. Luckily, we saw a little bit of that last week with Elk City, and so I think these guys are probably a little faster than the guys we saw last week.
Yeah.
But man, they run it. I was impressed how many different kids they run through there that all run very alike with just a lot of physicality. And they got out in the open and scored a long touchdown on a run, and so they can have a chance to complete some passes on you because you've got to stop the run. So again, I really think it's going to be a great challenge for us. I fully expect it to be a great ball game, and think we'll play well. But trust me, in all the years, you can guess all you want, but until you get out there, it's really it's guesswork.
Yeah.
But it should be a fun game. It should be entertaining on both sides, and hopefully we'll have a great crowd that drives up the highway here a little bit and watches a great football game.
And I think we will. We traveled well to Elk City, Coach, and and of course, winning's contagious, and so that, and then cash is a little closer than Elk City. So I expect that visitor side to be full, and I'm really hoping that once we figure out and stuff like that, if we can get the opportunity, OSN, to be on the side with our fans behind, they're behind our team. I think it's going to be even that much more electric for those that can't make it, that are watching, in other states or whatever. And just to have that, one thing that we always strive for is we want our viewers to feel like they're at the game, and so that's why we have multiple mics, and you feel like, you can hear, like last week it was, the sound system was so loud, but it felt like you were there. I had gotten a couple texts, man. I was like, hey, I love how it sounds. Can you turn it down a little bit? That's not me, dude. I can't. That's them over there. But again, just playing a team that we're very familiar with, and any thoughts on the fact that going into these first 2 weeks, Coach, Ardmore had our number the past few years. Elk City had our number the past few years. We're coming off a big win over Cash. Do you think that you think that's going to have some sort of mental thing? Like, are the kids not as hungry because they've already got a win, or
I don't know.
Like,
it's a good question. I don't know. I wish I did,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Hopefully, our motivation comes from just wanting to be the very best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the hope. And hopefully, like you said, winning's contagious. Hopefully, it's something that you want to continue doing and give yourself a best shot. I have no question. We'll go and we'll play extremely hard, and our guys will get after it physically. And so, just figuring out what plan Cash throws out there and how we counter their move. And at the end of the day, players make plays. So
Exactly.
Who's going to make a play in the three phases of the game, and who makes the most plays with the least amount of mistakes. I mean, unfortunately, it's a complicated game that is very simple, really.
Yeah, it's complicated game, and then like last week, you add some wind into it, and I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen a kick, get up in the air and then travel 10 yards, behind us, and so I mean, it was we were like, what? Wow, like we didn't realize. I mean, the flags were blowing, but we didn't realize the wind was blowing, and it had that much of effect. Because I mean, Jamin was zipping it, like it was, and even on the other side, they were throwing it pretty well there. But it's going to be that we've been spoiled the first couple weeks, like you said. This Friday night going to be a little bit warmer, but luckily we've had some days here that we've been able to still be out in the heat and practice that. And I think we're going to be just fine, Coach. I think this group of kiddos, from knowing them since 7th grade on, like, I mean, your senior class, they're hungry. And I will say that they're hungry. Like they've worked their tail off to be where they're at right now, to know what it feels like.
They said last week's the first week they've ever beat Elk City in anything. Now I don't know if that's true because you can stat check me on that one because I don't know. But that's what one of them told me on the sideline in the second half. They're like, Coach, this is the first time I've beat Elk City in any sport.
Okay, well, maybe for boys.
Boys, yes.
Let me think. Like,
so anyway, there's some hurdles.
I think basketball. Yeah, basketball. We got them. Yeah, and then we got them at the short grass a couple years before that. The very last year of the short grass. But football wise, no, I think that's right. Like, I mean, they always had our number. It was either tight or they would blow us out. And then one year we didn't get to finish due to a tornado that was coming there at Elk City.
It's a good reason not to finish.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I think that would have been your senior. That would have been Cash and Francisco's 8th grade year, I believe. So yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah.
So I mean, but again, this is like we talked about it, and Cash being the same thing. I mean, Cash was one of those teams that they were an easy. I remember playing them in baseball and basketball, and but they seem to have elevated in every sport, Coach.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And Elk City the same thing. And so I mean, it's no easy feat. Like we're the first 3 games that we have, or our preseason, whatever you want to say. These are 4 really good teams in 4A, Coach.
Yeah. I think both of these teams will be in the playoffs in a tough district. You know how 4A is out here in Western Oklahoma. It's really tough. And so I think both will be right there in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Western Oklahoma football is kind of in my opinion, a little unknown to maybe some of the rest of the state. I think there's some really good football out here in all classes, not just 5A or 4A. There's a lot of really good football out here, and so it's gonna be a fun season.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you talk about it. I mean, Western Oklahoma has Tipton, who I think is has one of the longest winning streaks, consecutive home winning streaks or whatever, to date with like 48 or whatever. Like, I mean, I know that because I was reading, and one of the somebody had gotten beat at home, and I think Carl Albert moved up. They were at 45, and then Tipton was.
Yeah, Washington got beat last week, and somebody took over the state longest winning streak.
Yeah, and so I mean, Carl Albert was up there, of course, and then of course Tipton. I was like, man, everybody forgets about Tipton, but Tipton's a powerhouse over there. So,
yes, sir.
But yeah, well, Coach, excuse me. I mean, I'm excited. Definitely excited to see how you guys come out and play. I know that you guys are going to be ready. You guys, as a coaching staff, have just been lights out with getting your teams and getting your boys ready. And man, it's been fun. I will say, Coach, it has been fun calling these past couple games. Like it's been a blast. I know after game 1 you were like, that was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, that was super fun. Last week even more. Like, I mean, I knew it was going to be a tough battle, but I mean, we came out and it was just we in a different gear, and it was just like, wow, okay, all right, and wow, and then the what was it? It was 2 plays, 30 seconds. It was under 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And it was just, a great route by Jamel. Well, first run by it was I think it was DJ that had that first touch, had some really great positive yardage, and then next second play it was boom, and that's the one that's on the OSM play of the week. And Eric had said, "Hey man, you guys put up a lot of points." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got any timestamps?" I was like, "I got a bunch of them." And I was like, so I texted him back. I said, "I'm not trying to." I was like, "You got to understand, like, this is exciting for me." Like so. I mean, we're writing down. I said, "But the one that you probably want is the one that's on that OSM top plays where from Jamin to Jamel there on the score." And just, man, like, I mean, Coach, you guys are each week you guys have surprised us with something new. Last week being another gear, and we're like, man, well, if they're kicking it up to this gear, like what else is to expect? And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, you just got to be there, right?
That's right.
You just got to show up Friday at Cache, Oklahoma. Listen, you can't miss it. You pull into Cache, and the stadium's right there. Follow the big lights. And come and join us, man. Come and support the Altus Bulldogs as they travel on the road again. They're going to be going right down the road to take on Cache, the Southwest Oklahoma Battle of the Bulldogs, I believe is what it's called. There's a lot at stake here. All right, there is perhaps probably the best piece of jewelry that's ever been crafted by man at stake. We have to do everything in our power to have Cole not want to wear it. So he may be modeling it for us here Friday night as he's running producer for us, Coach. So, but no, I'm excited, Coach. Like this has been I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's been so much, we talk about it being fun, but it's been different. I don't know how it feels for you guys, but it's just been different, I mean, and when you're an alum, you bleed navy blue, you love these boys, you love these teams, and just to see them have some success and do it the right way because of the hard work that they've put in. So kudos to you, Coach, and the coaching staff. You guys have done great. Coach Henson on the defensive side and his staff, and you guys on the offensive side. I mean, it's been so much fun. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss out. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out. Come out to Cache, Oklahoma, and join us. And if you can't make it, if you're miles away, or if you're traveling, or you're doing something else and you just can't make it, you can watch it live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are available on all smart devices. If you can download an app, you can download the Oklahoma Sports Network app on your smartphone, tablet, TVs, Apple TV, Roku TV, Fire TV, Prime, anything that you can download, you can find the Oklahoma Sports Network app there. And what I love about it is that Altus is the very first thing you see, Coach. And so you can't miss us. We're the first thing. Go ahead and click on there, and you know what? Make a whole day of it. Watch game 1, watch game 2, and get yourself prepped and hyped to see what's going to come here for game 3 as the Bulldogs take on the Cache Bulldogs. Coach, man, it's been a blast. It's going to be a short one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to be Coach Reed tonight. We're gonna let you have a restful rest of the day. Last Wednesday was long. We talked to quite a few people, Coach. But tonight we're gonna get in, we're gonna get out. And Coach, any last words you have for anybody? Any shout outs, anything? Or
No, just it's been a great, to this point, fall season for multiple sports. I know the volleyball team's ranked, I believe, number 6.
Number 6, yes.
Just it's great just to see multiple programs doing well, and like you said, winning is contagious, and so we would like to all keep spreading that around and let it go into the next winter season and into the spring. And so it's a great time to be an Altus Bulldog.
It sure is, Coach, and we want to thank you for the hard work you guys are putting in. Thank you to Coach Garrison and his girls. We sat here last Wednesday, Coach, and we talked about, like, what is your purpose? What is the one goal you want to get out there? And so talking to Coach Garrison, he was like, we just want to get out there and we want to play our best, play our hardest, and prove and show on the court that we deserve respect because, like you said, not a lot of people pay attention to Western Oklahoma sports and their football or either volleyball, with us being so young, 7 years in, and for them to go up there and
that's the way to get noticed right there.
Oh, very, yeah. And knock off a number 4, number 6, 10, and 12. And so we talked about it. September 16th, Coach, we've been pressing it,
that's next Tuesday?
Class. Yeah, next Tuesday.
I think I know about 50, 60 boys might be available.
Good. That's what I was about to say because this is
bye week.
Yeah, bye week, and
Yep.
so it's going to be massive and big implications on this game. You know, Altus beat Mac for the first time in program history at Claremore this past weekend, and so now we get to host them at home, and it's going to be big. We're going big on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You guys are on bye week. I won't be there, but my team will be there. They're going to be calling it Coach Clothier and them. It's going to be a blast.
Noise is welcome at volleyball games?
Yes.
Okay, I think we can provide some noise.
That's what we're wanting. We can do that. We want some noise. We're trying to get the band there, Coach. We're trying to make it a big thing because, I mean, you got to go out there and watch these girls. If you hadn't had a chance to watch them, we've seen them a couple times versus Electra and then Clinton, and oh my gosh, Coach, like, I mean, vast improvement from last year to this year. Every girl can do multiple things on the court. You know, it's just
sounds like we need to challenge City of Altus, the community, to fill that gym up.
Yeah, well, he's the man to do it. He's the coach mayor, so
that's right.
So we're going to see what we can do. But
make some mandates.
Exactly. Yeah. So shut down the city and let's just go watch some quality.
We'll get a bunch of rowdy football boys there.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, they have been they're not going to be disappointed, Coach. I mean, if you can get out there, you get out there as well and watch them. It's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. And if these girls can pull off another victory over Mac, then they're playing with a ton of confidence. I mean, their trust amongst each other is just great. It's a lot like what your boys are seeing. I mean, what your boys are putting on for us. Like, you know, defensively, everybody trust each other in the job that they're supposed to do. Offensively, same thing, and you're seeing that on that volleyball squad as well. And these girls, a lot of them have been together since, you know, junior high and have walked through this whole bringing this program in, you know, and starting the sport. And it's going to be fun. I'm kind of bummed out I don't get to be there, but the Oklahoma Sports Network will be there, Coach, and I highly recommend if you get a chance to at least watch a set, get in there, you're going to be impressed. As a girls basketball coach, I'm really excited because there's a lot of girls that can jump and very physical. Like, I mean, like, wow, there's about 4 or 5 hitters on that team, Coach, that bring the force. Like, I mean, I do not want to make any of them mad because they scare me with how they come down with all the velocity and force and just, you know, on their hits and kills. And so, I mean, it's fun. It's been fun as a sports broadcaster, and especially when you love Altus, anything Altus Bulldogs. Like, it's been fun to do it on the volleyball side and on the football side. So thank you, Coach. We're going to be cheering you on, and we're going to keep you guys up to date, and it's going to be a live game. So make sure to join Coach Clothier, myself, our interns, Cole and Elena, and our camera guy, Wes, as we put on this, as we just stream what Coach Reed and the Altus Bulldogs are going to provide for us Friday night as they take on the Cache Bulldogs there in Cache, Oklahoma. Well, Coach, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us again. And, man, it's been a fun night. We're going to let you go. Cole, do you have anything? No? No? All right. Well, Cole says hi, ladies and gentlemen. So he's doing a great job there. But it's been fun. On behalf of myself and Coach Reed, you've been watching the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed live here at Brew Coffee House right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Come on down and enjoy yourself a great refresher. Anything Starbucks coffee, either cold or hot, they have it. The matcha, all the drinks that they make, they have it. It is delicious. Come give them. And what I love about here, Coach, is that there's no line.
No, I haven't seen one.
Nope. You come in, and I mean, they stay busy. We see people come in and out, but there's always, you don't have to wait or anything. Come in, get your drink. You're in and out in a couple minutes. So come and see them, show them some love, and ask for the Cole Adams discount. You will not be disappointed. It's been a fun, Coach. We will see you Friday night, and we will see you guys Friday night live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wichita Insurance is your true home.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Take pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattleman's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs! Woo!
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Along with orthopedic surgeon Dr. Greg Pickett, we have physician assistants Mandy Stevens, J.R. Ramirez, and Danielle Gregg, and nurse practitioner Morgan Johns. Youth and adults, for sports or for your lifestyle. We'll keep you moving.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.